I got it.
Oh, I'll do that.
I
I'll
got
do
it.
that.
I got
Okay.
it. Thank you. Yes, we can start now.
Yeah. If you started recording, yes. Good morning to all of you, all students and parents. I welcome you to all to M. Mahatma Education Society, Pillai College of Architecture. This is the induction day program for the batch 2020-21 for first year architecture. Induction program will be basically leading you towards different aspects of the college, of the infrastructure, the admission processes, all the facilities in the college, the way the architecture program is going to unfold for the next 5 years, some prospects on how the engagement of students would be on this online platform, how are the subjects, and what are the protocols for it to be clearing for each particular year, and how do we culminate into different exhibitions of the students' work, how the student council, as a part of the integral part of this college, participate into various activities, including college activities, extracurricular activities, some social work. So this induction day program will be a brief summary of entire perspective of all these particular topics. I hand over this towards Shubhangi Bhide ma'am to start with the proceedings.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thanks, Satsmit. Hello all. On behalf
Ma'am,
of
we can't see your video.
just a minute. Can you now?
Yes.
Yes, we
Okay. Hello. On behalf of Mahatma Education Society's Pillais College of Architecture, good morning to everyone and warm welcome to all freshers. As we are eagerly waiting to know all of you, I welcome to this whole new world, guys. This is surely a special day for all of us. You are going to start a new journey of your life, full of new challenges, milestones, and achievements. It is a day with many new mixed feelings of happiness, confusion, fear, and excitement. But don't worry, we all are here for you to make sure that this journey is a memorable one. This program is just an introduction to you all from our side. Some years ago, I was also sitting at your place, waiting for this journey of life to start. Trust me, this is going to be the best roller coaster ride of your journey, full of fun, knowledge, growth, and ultimate success. The day you will end this journey, you will surely miss the memorable time that you are going to spend here. So, relax. You can achieve anything that you wish. Now, I would like to invite our principal, Dr. Sudhya Mahimkar, to address you all. Over to you, madam.
Okay. Thank you, Bide ma'am. Thank you, Sasmit, for a very interesting introduction, I would say. So, welcome all students. As ma'am said, it's a completely new world for you. Not only architecture, but maybe even online classes. Because last year, I think even the school kids, they are also used to this online platform and attending classes online. But yours is the, I would say, fortunate or unfortunate batch who are for this whole year, who probably missed these classes and environment of your school, college. So now you are joining architecture, which is a completely different and new world for you. plus these online classes, that also is a new world for you. So welcome to both these worlds together. First, I would like to introduce you about MES, that is Mahatma Education Society. Last year only we completed our 50 years of establishment. Our mentors are Dr. Vasudevan Pillai sir and Dr. Daphne ma'am. They both together built this whole kingdom, or the establishment, with so many institutes we have now. That is around 48 institutes we have under Mahatma Education Society. In 1970, it was established. It started in Chembur with college, school, night college, B.Ed courses, and in 1992, Pillai College of Architecture started. It was one of the founding private architecture colleges. So our mission is education for all. You can see there are various institutes, of which Pillai College of Architecture is one. So you can see the infrastructure. If you have visited college, then you might have seen the infrastructure, but definitely it is without life. There are no students. You can just have glimpses of how this infrastructure works actually with students. So these are our working studios. You can see these are drafting boards. And it is a completely different arrangement of seating, which you might have experienced until now. You always face faculty, right? Here you are facing your friends, your colleagues, and you are working together. So basically this working atmosphere is you are working together, you are working in groups. There are no problem if you talk to each other during studios. You have to discuss with your friends, with your group mates, and you have to work together. So this is a completely different environment for you. You can see here. Then of course there are lecture halls. There is e-learning studio where we can record lectures, and it can be streamed on online for your classes. Then we have auditorium of 300 seating. We have another auditorium of 100 capacity. Then we have seminar rooms, conclave, where various conferences and seminars take place. Computer lab with 60 computers, surveying lab. There are various labs. You can see building services, you can see plumbing and electricity and construction lab with various construction materials. Below you can see students' work. They have constructed in lab those foundation and column and beam and even staircase. We have laser cutting, 3D printers. Library, we have more than 10,000 books with national and international magazines, research journals. Then we have K-Hub, where you can get thousands of ebooks and journals. Then of course, our students have completed their thesis. These thesis books are also available in our library. We have hostels for girls and boys, separate hostels, gymnasium, sports ground, that also you might have seen when you came here for admissions. This is the area where probably you will spend most of your quality time, that is canteen. Okay, so about architecture, we have these two courses, B-Arch and M-Arch. So M-Arch Urban Design also we offer. It is affiliated to University of Mumbai, recognized by Council of Architecture. It is an authorized NATA test center also, which this year you might have given online. Okay, so you have taken admission. Now, of course, if you have given NATA examination or test, and you might have attended NATA classes also. So until now, you might have little idea about what is architecture. So until now, you might have visited various destinations like tourist and all, and you might have seen various structures stupendous structure, great structures, and you might have wondered who might have conceived this, who might have visualized these kind of buildings, and how they might have conveyed it to people, how they might have drawn it on paper. So if such curiosity is there in your mind, then definitely architecture is the course for you. Why anyone should go for this particular course? So first and foremost important reason for being an architect is you can be your own boss. You don't have to follow anyone else's instructions, any other boss. Immediately when you pass out, you can start your own office and you can be your own boss. So obviously your working schedule can be flexible. Many a times when you come for admission inquiry, your parents ask, or you also might have this query in your mind, that what after architecture, what after I pass out, whether I will get the job or not. So in architecture, you don't have to worry about it, as you can immediately start your own practice. Of course, you will need various skills for that, which will be inculcated during these 5 years of course. So it gives you a complete scope for the creativity within you. Your working schedule can be flexible, and of course from various uh, serials and movies, you might have seen that this is a most glorified profession. So you get a specific social status also when you become an architect. And the most important reason, which I think, is your creations live longer than you. So you have proved yourself different from the lot when you have selected architecture, because architecture allows you to be different, to be unique. You don't have to follow the herd. You want to stand out. And that is the speciality of architecture. Even your faculties also will support you and push you to be different, to think in a unique way, to be your own personality and not follow anyone. So how will be the learning environment in architecture? First and most important is, until 12th that you have passed out, you have certain textbooks, you attend classes. Even if you don't attend classes, you can sit at home, you have textbooks, you study textbooks, you can study most expected 21 or something, and then you can pass your exams. But remember, in architecture it won't happen, because first most important thing you have to remember and understand is, there are no textbooks in architecture. It means that you have to attend classes regularly. You have to communicate with your professors, with your group mates. You have to work within the class. You have to work after the class. Whatever has been taught in the class, that only you will have to follow. If you miss a class, definitely that information you are not going to get in any textbook or even online. So you have to follow your faculty, and to follow your faculty, you have to be in class. Now, even if these are online classes, you have to attend these online classes. There will be communication with your faculty, and then only you can work on your own for whatever submissions they will give you. Okay, so please remember, there are no textbooks. You have to attend classes. Attendance is compulsory. Only for unavoidable circumstances, you may take leaves. For that also, you have to take permission of the faculty, of principal, and then only you can take leaves. You have to attend classes at least 75%. Less than 75%, you will not be allowed for appearing for the exams. Okay, so now and again, I am talking about your faculty, and you will be most dependent on your faculty. So know your faculty now. We have these professors, Dr. Arif Merchant sir, Venkatesh sir, Yusuf Pardawala sir, Dr. Smita Dalvi ma'am, and Kavita Pradhan ma'am. We have Associate Professor Shubhangi Bhide ma'am, Sarvesh Nandgirikar, Sarojini Lahot, Sasmit Achrekar, Neha Sayyed, Neha Korde, Reshma Sathe, and Rupali Vaidya. And Assistant Professors, Jinu Kurian, Danish Khatri, Kavita Sawant, Sanghamitra Barthakur. Tejashri Lakras, Madhurima Das, Maushmi Kulkarni, Swapna Ghadge, Suyog Dongre, Shrish Jaiswal, Hemangi Kadu, Vrinda Padhe, Ajita Devdhar, Jairaj Ghadge, Tushara Kaliyat, Avinash Sabhagani. Then we have allied professors. Those are from different fields from architecture, but these are allied fields. So we have structural engineers, Jay Doble, Sheetal. Then fine artist, Kedar Shinde, Jayesh Patil, and GIS expert, Suman Kumar. So these are all core faculty. These are full-time faculty with PICA. Plus we have some visiting faculty also who are working in the field. They might have their own office there, or they are working in some other offices, but out of passion, they are coming to our college and they are teaching. So they will be sharing their field experiences also with you. These are Geeta Thakkar, Mangesh Jadhav, Lakshmi Salunkhe, Manisha Mirvankar, Yogita Patil, Sahil Talib, Sabu Francis, Reena Patel, Shruti Mhatre, Jyoti Prakash Raut, Akshay Apte, Prakash Ringarpure, and Khushpreet Gujral. So these are all your faculty. Then there are non-teaching faculty also who is our support, a great support for you also. You will need help of them every now and then. So know them. Virginia Fernandez ma'am, you must have already met her. Vatsala Pillai, Radhika Sathe, Babu Pillai, Swapnil Mane. Then librarians, BG madam, Jayashri, and Atmaram. Okay, so about teaching environment and to improve the teaching environment, teaching learning environment, what we have is we have biometric attendance. Of course, for online classes, this all may not work, but whenever offline classes will start, you should know what is the system. Okay, so we have biometric attendance for students. Twice in a day, this attendance is taken in the class itself. So you have to be in class anytime this attendance will be taken. Then there are self-assessment forms of students. You have to assess yourself and how much you are progressing. Then students' feedback of teachers and classes or particular subjects. At the end of every semester, you will be filling these feedback forms. And through that, we can improve the system. Faculty self-assessment form, just like students, faculty also will be self-assessing themselves and trying to improve on their teaching and the whole system. Okay, then course reports and defaulters list. Every month it will be it will be shared with the students, and seriously defaulting students will be given letters to give it to their parents. So parents, please understand that student has to share this particular letter with you. You are supposed to sign it and give it back to student to submit it to college. If students are not giving it to you, they be signing for you. You have to be very careful. You have to keep on asking students, keep a check on students if they are getting such letters. Okay, so it is a responsibility of parents also that the students attend college regularly. Please, at the end of the semester, don't come requesting, saying that whatever XYZ reasons and my ward could not attend the classes and please allow him for examinations. We cannot do that because the marking system is from the first submission onwards. It is a regular internal marks. So all these internal marks cannot be given at the end of the semester. If you can understand it well, like you learn ABCD in your KG, okay, and then after 10-12 years you give your SSC or 10th exam. So if you come at the end of the 10 years and you say that, okay, I will give you all ABCD and all those submissions and all those examinations now at the 10th, then it won't be possible. So you understand that whatever is expected in that particular year has to be done in that particular year at that particular time. So at the end of the semester, you cannot submit all the submissions, all the remaining work and say that now I have done and please allow me. It is not possible. Please understand, all parents and students. Okay, then we are on social media. You can visit all these sites. So PICA is on, PICA has its own website. Then we are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can keep on checking these social media and channels. So this is our Facebook, Instagram. This is MES website. This is PICA website. The model you can see here on screen is done by our students, which is kept in MES main office. So we are really proud that our students are doing this kind of work. What is expected from you all is, first of all, you have to enroll in University of Mumbai on this particular site. Of course, Virginia ma'am also will be giving you instructions regarding this. You have to fill in anti-ragging form online. Then you have to link your Aadhaar card with mobile, NPCI and bank account. If you have not done it until now, please do it immediately. Okay, and keep the scanned copies of all your original documents in PDF and JPEG format. It will be required anytime in between. So parents, again, there are few words for you. Please keep a regular check on whether your ward is attending online classes, and whenever offline classes will start, all those offline classes regularly. Don't miss any attendance. See that your child works at home every day for at least 3 to 4 hours. Yes, it is very, very required. This course is highly demanding course. A lot of hard work is expected from the student, and a regular work also is expected from the student. Okay, so don't have any submission backlog. Otherwise, it will be very difficult at the end of the semester. Every month, defaulters list is displayed and letters are sent to parents. So please keep a check on that also. Remember that consistently defaulter students will not be eligible for appearing for the examinations. Kindly understand that as per university rules, failure twice in one semester may lead a student to lose 1 year. So if you are failing in internal twice, that is this semester also, if you fail, next semester also, if you fail, you cannot attend next to next semester's examination. Do give a visit to college once in a semester, irrespective of your ward's progress. There are no complaints, so not necessary to go to college and visit the faculty or ask faculty about the student's progress. Please do that. You are always welcome to our college. You are always welcome to talk to us. So please visit at least once a semester. Students, remember that, of course, the classes are starting from today itself. You all know that it is already conveyed on your WhatsApp group. Then college timing for online classes is 8:30 to 12:20. Please attend all those classes. Then regular, whenever offline classes will start, the college timing is 8:30 to 4 p.m. 75% attendance is mandatory. In submissions, there are various things that are required. Punctuality, you have to be there every day. You have to complete your submissions. Don't submit half done incomplete sheets. Then you will be definitely failing in that. So complete your sheet and give the best quality. So जैसे तैसे खत्म करके मत submit करना. Do it very well as expected by your faculty. Okay, then do participate in extra academics and other events. We do encourage that. Study tour this year, the study tour, because of all these unfortunate circumstances of COVID-19, this year study tour may not take place, but remember that study tour is a part of curriculum as per Council of Architecture, and it is compulsory for you to accompany study tour. Okay, because whenever you come back from the study tour, there are certain assignments based on the study tour. So don't miss study tour. Now, you know what is your task, how you are supposed to keep yourself on the track. Please finish your architecture course within 5 years. Please finish first 3 years within 5 years, because after that you will be completely ineligible for the course. You are supposed to, as per Council of Architecture, you are supposed to finish 5 years, maximum in 7 years. So you cannot keep more than 2 years backlog. So that should not be your aim. First of all, your aim should be complete 5 years in 5 years, even 6 years. So don't even think about that. Keep yourself on the track and you will reach your finish line within in 5 years. Okay, so about syllabus and examination format, you should know little bit about it. So of course, you know that the course is 5 years course, that is 10 semesters course. It is a CGPA system. It means that all 10 semesters average will be your CGPA at the end of the 10 semesters. So it won't happen like first 4 years, you will just ignore all the necessary work and your marks. And in the last year, if you work on it, kitna bhi passion se karo, kitna bhi dil laga ke karo, only in final year, definitely that is not going to give you great CGPA. For great CGPA, you have to keep on working from first semester onwards continuously and consistently. Okay. So this basic course is 6 semesters, that is 3 years, which you have to finish within 5 years. Otherwise, you will be ineligible for 4th year. Then advanced course, that is next 4 semesters. And total 5 years, you have to complete in 7 years. Okay, so these are 4 different areas in architecture course: design, technology, environmental science, and humanities. Of course, that you will come to know gradually. Assessment or evaluation, internal sessional marks, you have to get 50%. In architecture, keep in mind that 50% is your passing marks and not 35% as you are used to up till now. So 50% is passing marks in all internal sessional works. Theory examinations, minimum passing marks is 40. But remember, that makes no sense because total you have to get again 50%. So remember, in theory also you have to get 50%. Then only in total you will get 50%. So keep in mind that 50% is your passing marks. Then juries or vivas are conducted in certain subjects. For that also 50% is passing, and total aggregate also 50% is passing. So theory examination 40%. It means that in that case, in sessional, you have to get at least 60%. Then only you will pass in total. Examination formats, design subjects, you will have juries, external, internal. Then theories, you will have certain written exams. CGPA is cumulative grade point, which will be every semester, whatever marks you got will be cumulative counted at the end of the 10th semester. Okay, now here, these are certain attendance and examination eligibility criteria. For semester 3 admission, your semester 1 sessional has to be clear. Okay, semester 3 examination, semester 2 sessional has to be clear. So just keep in mind that you cannot keep 2 semesters simultaneously. You cannot afford to fail in same semesters twice. Okay, that is the key point. So remember, even if you have got talent, hard work is necessary in architecture. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So all of you, dear students, please work hard, keep yourself on the track, work consistently, and you can finish your architecture with great CGPA at the end of 10th semester. Okay, so further information about your classes and all, Professor Sasmit will give you. Sasmit?
Yes, ma'am.
Over to you now.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I'll just share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Sudhana, ma'am. I'm going to start my video.
Sasmit, can you be a little bit louder?
Yeah, I'll do that. Let me start my video also. Start my video. Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Sudhana, ma'am. Sudhana, Dr. Ma'am has given a good perspective of the entire panorama towards your courses, your infrastructure which you're going to use, and a lot many aspects about different subjects. What I'm going to lead you into is a about work culture and discipline. I am sure you all students are not new to these two words, work culture and discipline. So work culture will talk about how are you going to actually attend this particular course in architecture, what are you going to actually do. You have seen about different subjects and the passing criterias, and you have about these words of internal assessments, theory, etc. So what they actually mean, how do they actually unfold into the working environment of the college is what I'm going to talk to you about. Look at the graphics. This actually shows the way you have been interacting in your colleges or in your schools till now. So there have been study sessions where one person was teaching you and you all used to attend the classes or the school in a batch of 50 or 100, whatever it may be. And then you had some practical assessments or assignments where you used to go to your chemistry labs, physics labs, or any other labs, and used to perform practicals. So these were the two modes of interaction and learning which you used to have in your previous years till now, right? From your maybe the junior KG to maybe your 12th science. So this pattern of teaching and learning somewhat changes or somewhat get advanced into architecture, or if I may say that architecture has its own way of teaching and learning. If you look at these four types, that is the learning modules, this is what I would summarize the work culture. Theory sessions, which you all are already familiar about, what theory sessions are, where you attend a particular class. Working studios is something you will be new to. Working studios are basically environments. If you understand what a studio means, you would have heard the word studio in terms of a photography studio or in terms of a shooting studio or a video recording studio. The studios, basically working studios, are where you guys or you as students would be physically working in the class on your drawing boards and drafting boards, and there'll be a set of faculties who will be overlooking the work which you're doing. So that kind of a studio environment. I'll show references of what it is all about. The next module is workshop module. This module in which you will be actually, making stuff. For example, if there are some carvings to be done, you have to build some models. You have to create models of different buildings. Such kind of hands-on work will be done in this particular module of workshop. The fourth module is on-site learning, where you will be going to different sites, locations, live locations. For example, a new site for a building or a historical site which you are going to learn, or a new modern building which you're going to study. So this is the fourth module where you're going to on-site and study the different aspects of architecture. So if you realize that instead of having only a theory session, you have three more new ways of learning. As far as your assessment is concerned, or as far as your submissions and learning is concerned, the theory sessions will culminate into theory exams, just like you used to have in the past in your previous years. And there will be something called as regular assessment or regular internal marking or regular sessional marking. These sessional marks will start right from the beginning, or I might say right from tomorrow, or maybe from the 8th of February itself. Most of this sessional marks will be from your discussions which you will have with your faculty in studios, the kind of work which you produce in your workshop, or the kind of inference which you get from the on-site learning. You have to also understand the arrows which I have drawn. The theory exams which you appear for in the end of the semester, which will not be only be involving your theory sessions. So you cannot say just because I attended all the theory, I'll be able to attend the theory exam. It won't happen that way. The theory exam, which will happen in the end of the semester, will have learnings from all these four modules. So theory exam might have question regarding something which you have learned on the site. Theory exam might have question regarding something which you have interacted with your faculty in the studio, so on and so forth. So it's very important to understand the pattern of learning here. It's not only theory, but it's also regular. Coming to the regular session assessments, as Principal Ma'am has already explained, that the final marking includes some portion of theory and some portion of sessionals. Sessionals will be regularly marked. For example, each month you might have 4 submissions for sessionals, and those 4 submissions will be counted in your final assessment. That is what is to understand. Now, looking at the theory sessions, you have You'll be having regular lectures for regular subjects. And then you will be also having special guest lectures for in terms of theory. So this is what a theory session or a theory studio generally appears to be in architecture. You will be having a faculty talking to you about different aspects of a particular subject on the board, and you will be attending it as a group. Even guest lectures for the same. Now, working studios. The working studios include working studio as individual in the entire class. Working studio includes group discussions, and working studios also include public speaking, where you develop yourself as an architect, you develop yourself as a person, where you explain your ideas to the class or to the faculty. This is something what a working studio looks like, where each student is working on his own desk or his own table, drawing or learning something. Then you have group discussions. So you'll be having one faculty discussing your group in a particular group, and you'll be showing your work to the faculty as well as your colleagues. This is what also a group discussion looks like. Where we will be working in groups in the studio. And if you can see the first photo on the left, where you see the work of the students being displayed in the center, the students are sitting all around it with their work, while the panel of faculties, not only one faculty, there will be a panel or a set of more than 4 to 5 faculties who will be assessing the work and discussing the work in the class. So as rightly ma'am said, that it is important for you to attend each and every module or each and every session. It is not only about attending theory classes, it's also about attending these discussions where you learn from feedback from the teachers. Then after you have done your work, you can see the students explaining their designs to the class. This is also a very important part of your learning in architecture. Whatever you think about, whatever your creativity is all about, whatever you create from that creativity, you should be able to explain it to the world. Whatever best ideas, wonderful ideas which you have on your mind, and you build something over it, and then it is your time to explain that idea to the world. So this is public speaking. Is also a very important part of your learning. Workshops where you will do hands-on work. So you will see some our students which have done some wonderful work in bricks, in steel. You'll be learning a lot of hands-on work in this particular module. You can see another image of people working with clay, people working with C4X, and different other building materials. So this will be also part of your learning. On-site learning, which will be include a lot of study visits, on-site study tours. We'll have city walks in the city. So these are some images of with their drafting boards and their drafting materials, trying to document something or trying to take the data from the site itself. This is an image of our students visiting a open site which will be further used for construction, where they'll be proposing their own designs and buildings, etc. So studying the aspects on site is also an important part. This is also a learning and teaching format in architecture, where you'll be going to the site, you'll be gathering the data, and you'll be coming back to your studios and analyzing that data. So all these 4 modules which I spoke about is very important. This is one of the image from study tour or a city walks which we had in the fort area or CST area of Mumbai. So coming back to these 4 modules all work in conjunction. Theory sessions are linked to working studios might be linked to workshops and to the on-site learning. So these modules doesn't work individually, they always work in conjunctions. And they all culminate into your theory exams. Also, these all study sessions or study modules finally culminate into competitions. You'll be able to participate, all the students in groups or individually participate into competitions. We have exhibitions of the students' work at the end of the semester. So all this work which you will do over the entire semester or the entire year will finally culminate into beautiful exhibitions, and you'll be able to participate in competitions at not only the studio or the college level, but at international level, at state level, at national levels. We have our students participating for last many years in various competitions in the country, and we have also been winning a lot of awards. Now, what do we expect from you as a student? These are just pointers for you all so that you pay attention to these. First and foremost is, since you have been away from learning for a very long time now, it's been almost a year, I think you have maybe attended any classes or any theories, any sessions or teaching sessions. So first and foremost, it's very important for you to believe in yourself that you are entering a complete new world of teaching and learning, and you have to be confident about it, that you have chosen this particular discipline to be in. Most important aspect is to participate in all the aspects. In fact, even yesterday when I was mentioning that you have to raise your query, if you have a question, please participate and explore. Be persistent. Very important aspect again. Be determined towards whatever goals are being given to you. Be patient. Sometimes it might happen that whatever is happening in the studio or the class, you won't be able to understand in the initial time. And that is expected. It is not something that you are an odd person to be. So you have to be patient in learning or understanding. It will come to you. It will come to you. Maybe you will not get in the first or a second or a third attempt. But if you be patient, it will come to you in the maybe fourth or fifth attempt. And that is completely normal for architecture learning. Please attend regular classes, as also been insisted. Do not shy away from asking any doubts, because if you keep your doubt with yourself, or if you ask your doubts to your friends or colleagues, you might get only half the information or incorrect information. So ask your doubts to the right person, that is your teachers. Do not miss any class discussions. So apart from attending theory classes, discussions are very important because that will give a feedback of your work. You will have to catch up with this new learning method of day-to-day submissions. Maybe in your college, in your junior college or in your school, the submissions were mostly in the end of the semester. That won't happen over here because you might have submissions every week, twice a week also maybe, or even at the end of every week. So you have to get into this new culture of having submissions every day, in fact, or even every week. Most and foremost, due to these particular times which you are facing right now, please stay fit, stay energetic, and eat healthy. For online teaching methods, which we'll be adopting for this particular sessions till we start with the with the regular classes, you will be looking at this online platform. So please make yourself a space at home where you have your device, where you will be attending the classes, and a space where you can work. Each student will be given an MES ID. MES is Mahatma Education Society official email ID, which every student will get. And from then, you will be having forums for online teaching that we call as Google Classrooms. We'll be using that particular forum. And all of you will be part of that classroom as an official classes. Please make sure that you have devices which are fit for learning. For example, if you see the image above, you can see a student using a cell phone to attend lectures or notes. We will be recommending you not to do that. Do not use your cell phones. The only reason would be, if you see on the left hand side, you'll be exploring different drawings. This is only one particular example, of a bit complex example which I'm showing here. So you'll be attending a lot of sessions where you'll be shown different drawings, certain images, etc. And it will be better that if you use a larger screen instead of a smaller screen. It's highly recommended. You should have a good connectivity for your to attend all the online studios and online classes. So that's a very important aspect again for this particular time frame which we are facing. There will be a there will be a particular training of your virtual module. Like we are having this Zoom meeting right now. You'll be having a Google Meet, which will be your official way of learning for this particular course. So how the classes will be conducted, how will the virtual platform work, will be will be shown to you during the orientation program, which starts today at 2 o'clock. So don't be afraid of how you're going to attend online classes. Am I able to cope up with it? Do I know the software very well? How will I explore the particular software? How do I know how to submit? All those questions and how those mode of communication will be explained to you during the orientation program. I now hand over my this platform to Professor Kavita Saman. She'll be talking about the different student activities. Thank you.
Thank you, Susmit. I'll start my screen sharing. Okay. Good morning and welcome to one and all. Dr. Sudhnya Mahimkar and Susmit sir gave an idea of the academic schedule for the new important stage in your life. The images, as you can see on the screen, they'll give you an overview of different activities you will be doing in this next 5 years. So you can see you're making models, you're building a few things on site, you're doing major drawings, and there are so many activities. So from the previous discussion, you must understand that architecture deals with fundamental. I think my internet connection is unstable. Just give me 1 minute, I'll come over again. Am I audible now? Am I audible now? Sorry, I lost my internet connection.
Yeah, that's completely all.
Am I audible now?
Yes, Kavita.
Okay. And my screen is
Please go
visible?
on. Yeah. No. Have you shared?
Yes, I had shared. I will share it again. I think I lost the connection, so it
Uh-huh.
disappeared.
So you will have to reshare.
Hmm. What I'll do is I'll switch off my video because it is taking too much of just to save the data. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
try
that's
that
fine.
because it's taking time to load the presentation as well. Yes. So from this previous discussion, we must understand that architecture deals with fundamental issues of users, cities, and societies, and not only materials and aesthetics. So I believe that architecture is a combination of art and techniques in designing. Hence, creativity plays an important role in it. So apart from education, Pillai College of Architecture provides a platform for students to enhance their skills by participating in extracurricular activities as well. Even our vision emphasizes on developing students in all possible ways, which will reflect in their professional practice as well. So PICA has a very strong helping hand of student council, which conducts co-curricular and extracurricular activities. And I'm going to run through few events conducted by the PICA Student Council in last few years. Tecton is a journal of architecture, urban design, and planning, under which we conduct an event called Tecton Talk, where we invite speakers from various backgrounds, such as professional practice, movie makers, and experts in pedagogy. Last to last year, we had speakers from Hunarshala, Mr. Kiran Waghela and Hitesh Changela, who had shared their experience in professional practice. We launched volume 7, issue 1 of the journal on an online platform, and it is available and accessible to all on our website. Previous year, we had an exhibition of the works of experts also, which was put up in the Stilt area during Tecton Talk. I must introduce you all to PICA Alumni Association of this occasion. An enthusiast group of ex-PICAN always extend their hand to keep the interaction live between the students and ex-PICAN at professional as well as at social level. So there are many events which they have organized for our students. Mindscape is one of the events initiated by alumni of PICA, which takes place every year where discussions related to art and architecture are carried out. And usually we experience this in the urban heart, which is at Belapur. And this year, I don't know, but next year you will get to experience this. Alumni exhibition also showcasing their practices was put up on the occasion of 25th years of Pica in 2019 at Urban Heart, Belapur. One more initiative taken by them was alumni workshop. 9 hands-on workshops for skill development were successfully conducted in our college, which we call them value-added course. And we are offering such courses this year also, but on a different platform. We encourage our students to participate in competitions, workshops, seminars such as Transparency and Acumen. It helps in developing communication skills, working skills, and management skills. Our students have shown remarkable performances in such events. We also have an active placement cell under which we arrange seminars and guest lecture to guide students to enter into professional world. Placement day event was also arranged in collaboration with industry through networking and alumni support. Talking about our editorial team, they are successfully publishing annual magazine Vogues, which is very much appreciated by all of us, faculties as well as management. And we have our biannual newsletter called Picagram, and that is also available on our Pica website. So we try to showcase our academics in or other curricular activities related to academics in Picagram. And Vox is also a magazine which you'll get to see once you join the college. As I said, pandemic gave us an opportunity to explore different platforms to expose them to expose students to various subjects. We introduced new events for them this time. Pica Thesis Forum is one of them. It is a webinar series where ex-Picans presented their process and outcome of their final year design dissertation. It offered a platform for discussion and exchange of ideas between our students, faculty, and alumni. Another event, Pica Alumni Talk Series, it was also introduced last semester to showcase the various kind of practices run by our alumni graduating from 1997 onward. We can say that it is a lecture series to highlight and comment professional journeys of our alumni. This year we observed World Toilet Day, which is an official United Nations International Observance Day, by screening a movie called Q2P by Paromita Vohra. We also hosted an inter-college architectural competition of designing public toilet, and we received overwhelming response to both the events, and we ensured to come up with such activities and such interactive events for this semester as well. Every month, student council comes up with a calendar of activities like this. And now I'll hand it over to our next speaker, Rao Tambet. He is our General Secretary of the Student Council this year, and he will introduce you to the members of council and upcoming events. So I request all parents to encourage their child to participate in these events and activities, and it will definitely make a difference in their academic life as well. Okay, so with this note, I would like to end here, and I would like to introduce our next speaker, Rao. Thank you.
Hello.
Sorry, I couldn't keep my camera on.
Hello, my name is Raut Ahmed. I'm the General Secretary of Pica and I welcome all of you guys to our college. I represent and head the Senate, the student council body of Pica. In our student council, we have various activities, competitions, events, and sports. Working with me is Daniel Javid, our joint general secretary. Sahil Tulbarkar and Mridula Chadab are our event secretaries. We have Mrinmay Rani as our cultural secretary. Manas Deshmukh and Abhilash Nambiar are our responsible treasurers. Along with this, we have Sanket Vibandik, our Anubhuti head. Anubhuti of Pica organizes social activities throughout our college. Dolly Gada is our alumni coordinator. Purva Rani, our graphic head. All posters and calendars you see are done by Purva and our graphic team. Saif Mistry is our editor. The renowned Vox magazine of Pica and our newsletter, Picagram, is managed by Saif and his Vox team. Our student council represents the host, student, and responsible for smooth running and management of all council activities. From each batch, we have 4 class representatives, which are elected by the class to represent them in a student council. We will also conduct elections in your class so that you can elect your members for the student council. From second year, we have uh, Prashansa Ahale, Kundan Kirange, Nikhil Somavanshi, and Vijay Nalave. From third year, we have Amulya Jaiswal, Anuja Kanase, Anushka Shetty, and Diksha Jain. From fourth year, we have Ankit Muri, Muskan Garg, Rishi Shinde, and Radhika Agarwal. And from fifth year, we have Prathamesh Gaithor, Swaraj Patil, Aparajita Chatterjee, and Ishwar Bhatt. Now we are eagerly awaiting for the arrival of our new members as class representatives from our baby Pythons. In our college, we have 5 houses: Centaur, Viserion, Titan, Pegasus, and Phoenix. Students from all years are segregated in these 5 houses and all events are organized house-wise. Each house has a house head from the council. The prospective calendar of our student council includes these major events: Kinesthesia, 3 o'clock studio, traditional day, Comic Con, freshers, design competitions, tour documentations, Allegria. Allegria is a youth festival which is organized by the whole MES campus, including students of all 4 institutes of Pillai. Then we have Mindscape, as mentioned by Kavita ma'am. It is an alumni arranged fest which usually takes place at Urban Art Belapur. From tomorrow, we have our college festival, Kinesthesia. In Kinesthesia, each year we have hands-on workshops, expert lectures, and creative student activities for 5 days. This year, through online mediums, we have planned various workshops and fun activities for students. For first years, we have planned a series of events for 5 days, increasing interaction among students and getting to know our college on a deeper level through exhibitions, podcasts, competitions, and games. You're all welcome to join us 4:30 each day to enjoy all these fun events. Next, we have our Anubhuti of FICA. I invite Sanket Vivandik, our Anubhuti head, to talk a few words about Anubhuti. Thank you.
Good morning to everyone present over here. I am Sanket Vibandik. Being the representative of Anubhuti for Pillai College of Architecture, I would like to introduce you to Anubhuti. Anubhuti is a social service group of PICA. It is a student-teacher interactive group which togetherly works towards the betterment of society. The students are guided by a faculty member. Students are guided by Mrs. Reshma Sate ma'am. Interaction is one of the main attributes of architecture, which is encouraged by this committee. It acts as a platform where student connects with the common people so as to understand their needs and work towards it. The challenge is to enhance our thinking and help students understand the practical values. Through the past 5 years, a series of events have been conducted in and outside the college. Some of which are Chai with Khaki, various events for the betterment of Kombal Tekdi village, which is 15 kilometers away from the Panvel, and collaboration with Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram. This year, due to ongoing pandemic situation, we conducted various events online. We collaborated with different NGOs. We also conducted some competitions and quiz as enhancing skill is oneself is also a form of social work. Some of the events we conducted at our International Ships Day celebration, International Soil Day, Earth Day, Water Day, and Toilet Day. The upcoming events for year 2021 are social awareness activities, community service, youth leadership and development, and design competitions. When young budding architects gets yourself introduced to this vast field of exciting concepts and innovative designs, being a part of this wonderful collective effort is something that would bridge our academic excellence to application in community around us. I do hope you find this initiative and its activities as exciting as we all currently do and would be eager to join us to keep up this good work going in future. Thank you. Over to you, Bida ma'am.
Hello, can you all hear me clearly?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Sanket. I would officially welcome a batch of new faces into this department today. I was just wondering if life is like a game, like those we have in our phones. Just like these games are divided into different levels, our life has different stages. Each level has its own difficulties, but crossing these makes us a veteran. Going by these, I would like
Bhide ma'am, you're on mute.
sorry. What happened suddenly? Should I start it again?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, ma'am. I think you should.
Should I start it again? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So I would officially welcome a batch of new faces into this department. I was just wondering if life is like a game, like those we have in our phones. Just like these games are divided into different levels, our life has different stages. Each level has its own difficulties, but crossing these makes us veteran. Going by this, I would like to congratulate these new faces who have successfully cleared their previous levels and stepped into this new world. Every experience in your life is to teach you something you need to know to move forward. And so now it gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this event to all who are connected online with us. I would like to thank our management, our principal, faculty members, students, parents, volunteers, participants, and all those who have helped us in making this event happen. And last but not the least, our audience for making this function as a grand success. Finally, I leave you with this inspiring quote. An individual has not started living. An individual has not started living until he rises above the confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. Once again, I thank one and all present here. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you, Bhide madam. If anyone has any queries, I think you all can go ahead. You can type your queries in chat box or you can ask it here. Any students, parents, if you have any queries, you can ask. Another thing is if you have not filled the Google form till now about students' information, please fill it. I think some 6 or 7 students have not filled it yet. So please fill the Google form. I have posted the link in the chat box. Okay, another thing is this admission and exam eligibility criteria, which we talked about. It is there on our website also. So you can refer to it and you can take your own time and refer to it. So for every semester, you can study it in detail. Then Sasmit sir, will you be sharing a list of stationery with them?
Yes, ma'am. During the induction program today itself, when I'll be talking about the different online forums, I'll be sharing the list for stationery with them.
Okay, because they will need that. I think there were some queries about stationery.
Yes, I'll be doing that today itself.
Okay, and another thing is on our website, there is one tab about e-classes. You can go there, you can see a timetable as well as the links for each class. So you can see in the timetable which class is there now, and you can click on the link and you will enter into the class. And if there are some specific instructions, you will get it on your WhatsApp group. Okay, how can we join those 5 clubs? These are not 5 clubs, these are actually houses, and students are distributed in those 5 houses. It means that say you are 80 students from first year, these 80 will be divided into these 5 groups. So you will be in that particular house for all your 5 years, and next year you will become senior to the next batch. You can become their mentors. You want to add anything, Sasmit sir?
No, ma'am, no. I think we are just awaiting any queries from the parents or from the students.
Yeah.
Have something in your mind, either please.
You can ask any query, no problem.
Yes, yes. Related to any aspect of
Right.
every year CR change. Yes, CRs might.
Yes, every year we have a selection process, and the students who are interested in particular posts, you can run for that post, and you may be selected. So every year CRs do change. How the studios would be conducted during online mode? Sasmit sir,
Yes.
would you like to answer this question?
Yes, I'll do that. So the studios which I showed you in the graphics or in the photos through photos, where each faculty or a group of students were interacting with a single faculty, or the format where the entire class used to attend one particular forum where multiple faculties used to attend and give feedback. We are following a similar format. The only change is that we do not do it in physical presence, we do it online. For example, if there's a particular studio for architectural design and there are 80 students, so for 80 students, there are at least 4 to 5 faculties for that particular subject in the studio. Each faculty will have around 10 to 15 students. So you will have your own WhatsApp group, you will have your own meetings. So there'll be times where instead of one faculty addressing 80 of you, there'll be certain instances where one faculty will be addressing only 10 to 15 students in a group on a virtual platform. So instead of having a physical interaction, you'll be having interaction on one-on-one level at the online level, online platform basically. That is how the studio will work. Whatever work which happens in the studio, or whatever assignment which has been given or task which has been given, it might be in form of a sketch, it might be a form of a drawing, or it might be in the form of a model. So whatever submission is being given, whatever assignment is being given for as a task to you to complete, you're supposed to document it as a photograph or as a video, and you'll be uploading it onto your Google Classroom. There's a submission portal for each student. So Google Classroom is a module, or is a platform where each student will have its entire record of all the submissions for each and every subject. So right from the first submission from the 8th of February, right till your maybe the last submission in the month of April, on 30th April, you will have the complete record of what you have worked on and the documentation of the same on the online platform. That is how the working of studio will unfold during this online times. I think I have answered your question. But there are multiple questions coming in now.
Yes. There is one question, how the interaction or introduction happening with seniors. Rao, would you like to answer this question? How are you seniors are planning to have interaction with first yearites?
Yes, ma'am. So house allocation will provide all the events will be house-wise. Therefore, the senior interaction will be through the house event.
And we have kinesthesia, our college fest starting from tomorrow. So there are workshops which are organized for second and third year. But student council have arranged few informal events only for exclusively for first year. okay, where first years will get, or the freshers will get a chance to interact with their seniors. You will be having students from second, third, fourth, and fifth year also participating in those events. So if you participate in those events, you will get to know each other. So that is one thing. And as Rao mentioned, houses is also another platform where the vertical interaction is possible.
Your questions have been answered by Dr. Sudhya Mahimkar on the chat box itself. So please go through those.
Yeah, I will just read it out. Somebody is asking about when offline classes will start. So offline classes commencement date will be declared by Maharashtra government or and University of Mumbai, and we all colleges will be following the same. Okay, then somebody is asking about CR. What are the which are the certain posts for CR? CR is one post, that is class representative, and there are 4 class representatives from each class. Okay, there are various other posts in students council, for which you will be able to run for from your next year, because this year all the selection process is done. Now in first year there is only a post of class representative. There will be 4 people, and you may volunteer for this post. Okay, then
First year will be of how many
what are
months?
we supposed to link to our Aadhaar? Your bank account. I think for this you can talk to Virginia ma'am. She will be uh, a better person to give you insight about this. Okay, from when shall offline lectures begin? I have already answered that question. Houses allotment is a random allotment process. So some question was there that how the allotment is done. It is a kind of random allotment, like cheats are through cheats, or maybe through a random allotment on Excel sheet or something like that. Okay, how can we be a part of Students' Council? As I answered, from next year onwards, you can run for any post in Student Council. So you have to submit your CV, your interviews will be taken, and accordingly, your selection will be done as compared to others who are running for the same post. First year will be of how many months? See, right now we don't have any instructions from university. For the current batches, that is from second year onwards, we are officially informed that till the end of April, we will be running the classes. And in the month of May, there will be exams. So we are right now assuming that we will be following the same schedule for first year. But as I said, it all depends on University of Mumbai and their instructions. So it will be conveyed to you immediately when we will be conveyed by the university. Okay. How the CRs would be selected? You can volunteer for it, for the post to Sasmit sir, and he will take care of the next process. Okay.
Yes.
So Sasmit sir, I think you will coordinate with Students' Council and Kavita madam.
Yes.
Okay. First year will be of how many months? I think I answered that question. You will be sorted into houses maybe in a week. Okay, any other question by parents?
Yeah.
Are parents attending, or these are only students?
Can we have any parents speaking up who's attending this particular orientation program?
How you will be sorted into houses? I have already answered that question. Okay, any other queries? So, Sasmit sir,
Somebody's asking, can we change the house? I think
No, you are part of that family. You can't change your family, right?
yes.
It becomes your family once you enter there. Can you
It's
explain more on hostel facility? Yeah, hostel facility is there. You have to just contact admin.
what exactly
Of
do
course, in during these online classes, this hostel facility is not there. Yes, Asmit sir, you were saying something.
any particular question that they have about hostel? I think the admin will be able to answer that
Right,
more efficiently.
right.
Is there any dress code offline college will start?
There is no specific dress code as such, but it should be a decent dress.
When should we apply for hostels?
Again, you please contact admin for this. Unless offline classes start, I don't think this will proceed anywhere. What about the job placements? Does college provides placement? Yes, we definitely try for it. And as I said, when you are in architecture, you don't have to worry about jobs and all. You can immediately start your own practice also. But yes, we have a placement team and we have a very strong alumni. They also support the placement. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Are there any more queries? You can ask also.
Yes,
Just unmute yourself and you can ask.
yes, please unmute yourself and ask. We'll be more happy that if you interact with us while unmuting yourself. It's okay.
More workload this year, I would like to say they will have more workload every year. This year, though, we as faculty, we try to um, understand this kind of a new mode that you are exploring and the time that is available to us. And based on that, our faculty is definitely very considerate, but be prepared for hard work. Even for offline classes, rather in offline classes, you will have more workload. So architecture is a very demanding course. Time and again, I'm telling you that you will have to work a lot. Even sometimes 3-4 hours a day may not be enough. A whole night you may have to work at the end of the semester to complete your portfolios and all. Be prepared, be mentally prepared for that, and be physically prepared for that. So remain healthy and ready for work. Okay, what is the procedure for education loan? Again, you please talk to our admin regarding this. I
Hi,
think you have
ma'am.
to approach some bank and they will give you some form that is to be filled by college. So we will give you that form filled and you can approach any bank for such education loan.
Ma'am, I'm Purva Kohli.
Okay.
I wanted to ask, like, is there any internship process during this 5 years course?
Yes, yes. Your 8th semester is a internship semester.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Do PICA provide scholarship for those who score? No, right now we don't have such facility. That is scholarship for top 3 and all. Okay, any other questions? Sasmit sir?
Yes, ma'am. I think
I
we
think
shall conclude
that's
this.
all for
Shall
today.
conclude this meeting. So
Yeah.
just to remind you, thank you all of you. Thank you, Dr. Sudha ma'am. Thank you all faculties and students to attend this particular forum. It was very engaging, and I think we have got a good insight of what what your life is going to unfold in the next 1 year or next 5 years. So if you have lost on some data. I encountered some students who have joined late. So don't worry about it. We'll be having a different session at 3 o'clock today, and so we'll be able to answer your queries and questions again. For now, I announced that this meeting we will conclude this meeting, and to remind all students that there's a schedule for this particular week which has been shared with you. So as per that, we will have Professor Chinu talking to you at 2 o'clock today, and followed by me talking to you at 3 o'clock. So please do attend those sessions. The meeting links for those sessions will be shared half an hour or 15 minutes before the session starts.
Okay, Sasmit, before we end the meeting, one more announcement for tomorrow's event, which is a keynote speaker opening event for kinesthesia, which is open to all. Design matters. It is at 11 o'clock. I think it is there in the schedule which you have circulated with them, but I still want to invite all the students for this event, and we'll see all of them tomorrow at 11 o'clock as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
And all the
Thank you all
best.
for-
Welcome. Welcome to Paika.
Where can we access recorded lecture? For particular lectures, they will let you know. Some of the lectures get uploaded on the Google Classes also. That will be
Yeah,
instructed
lectures will
by
be
your...
uploaded, but not studios. Kavita ma'am.
Correct, correct.
Huh.
Respective
your,
faculty will
personal
guide you
in-
accordingly.
Right.
Will the
Okay.
face
Everything
share
you will
links?
have access now on your WhatsApp group and Google Classrooms. So don't worry about it. Okay. You will be informed.
It will be shared to you prior to the event so that you don't miss on it.
Okay. So now
Fine,
if you
thank
have
you.
any more queries, you can ask on WhatsApp group also. Okay.
I'll stop recording.